Hi, it's the Aging Hippie here again. In my last video, I told you how I met my future wife under the Christmas tree. And I also hinted at the unusualness of our marriage and implications thereof. Now, let me introduce you to my wife. 50 years later, I'm going to show you a photograph. And remember, this was taken 50 years ago. So you can understand 50 years ago the issues we had. So here we go. This is my wife, Olive. As you can see, I'm a white guy. She's a black girl. Now, back in 76, you'd occasionally see a black man with a white girl, but you very, very or never saw a white man with a black girl. Truth be known, I never saw a black girl. I just saw Olive. I loved her. My own mother said to me if I married her, I'd be no son of hers. But then 6 months later, she loved her as much as everybody else did. It was just a little bit of ignorance. Now, today, I'm going to play a song that comes from an album in 1976, and the album's called Station to Station, and it's by David Bowie. And of all my musical heroes, David Bowie is there at number one. So let's go. Without further ado, we'll do this.
Don't let me hear you say life's taking you nowhere. Angel, come up, baby. Look at that sky, life's begun. Nights are warm and the days are young. Come up, baby. There's my baby lost, that's all. Once I'm begging you, save a little soul. Last night they loved you, opening doors and pulling some strings. Angel, come up, baby. In walk luck and you looked in time. Never look back, walk tall, act fine. Come up, baby. I'll stick with you, baby, for 1,000 years. Nothing's gonna touch you in these golden years. And it won't be long. Gonna drive back down where you once belonged, in the back of a green car 20 foot long. Don't cry, my sweet, don't break my heart. Doing alright, you've gotta get smart. Wish upon day, I believe, oh Lord, I'll believe all the way. Run for the shadows, run for the shadows, run for the shadows in these golden years. There's my baby lost, that's all. Once I'm begging you, save a little golden years. Don't let me hear you say life's taking you nowhere. Angel, come up, baby. Run for the shadows, run for the shadows, run for the shadows in these golden years. I'll stick with you, baby.
So that was David Bowie Golden Years. It was a golden year for me. Like I said, I married my wife, Olive. And on the day we got married, it was a strange day because for the week before, we'd arranged everything. We were living together at the time. And I got rushed into hospital with viral meningitis. And the doctors told Olive the marriage will have to be cancelled. He won't be well enough for the marriage. He might not even be here for the marriage. Anyway, I did manage. I got out within a week, full of antibiotics, and very poorly at the time. And I woke up on the day that we were supposed to be married, and I leaned over to her in bed and I said to her, "Have you cancelled everything?" And she says, "Yes." And I read off a list and said, "You cancelled the guests, yeah. Cancelled the food, yeah. Okay. Everything else, the photos and everything else." And I says, the last thing I said to her is, "Did you cancel the ceremony at the register office?" She says, "Oh, no." Right. "Did you pick up the ring?" "No." Okay. Now we couldn't get the ring, so I said, "Come on, we'll carry on, we'll get married." So we shot down to Woolies, a department store in England that used to be iconic. It's gone now, but it was Woolworths. Used to call it Woolies. And we got a brass ring for 50p. In them days, that'd probably be around about 20 cents, something like that in American money. Excuse me. And we went and got that. Phoned round as many people as we could who'd already cancelled and doing other things now. And we got married. And by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was back in bed because I was so poorly. There was having a party downstairs, and the guests came up and said hello and give us our blessings as we were lying in bed. Uh, Quite unusual. And but the one thing that made the day even more special is Olive got a phone call in the morning from the doctors telling us that we were expecting a little parcel 8 months later, or in the January. So we heard that day that our daughter was going to be born, our firstborn. Now, one thing I've not mentioned until today is the fact that we are a mixed race couple. And nowadays it's not so bad, although there's still a lot of prejudice out there. But in them days it was very, very hard. So if you'd like to go on with this story, with this journey that I'm going through, Olive will be here occasionally to say hello. I couldn't get her up here today into the studio to wave to you, but she will do. And our firstborn, she's a hippie at heart herself, so she'll be here at some point, and she will be helping to review our lives together, listening to Dad's music as she did when she was a little girl. So if you'd like to come along with the journey, like I said, please subscribe. Please, please, please comment. Tell us what you like about the channel. Tell me what you'd like me to play. And if I haven't ever heard of it before, I will still play it and then possibly react to the song. Still giving you some reviews of what was going on in the year that. Subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon with another video.